Step into a world where heroes and villains coexist, and the line between good and evil blurs with each passing moment. In the captivating realm of Spider-Man, there's one enigmatic character whose origins defy conventional storytelling. Welcome to the intriguing journey of Sandman, a formidable nemesis whose existence is woven with shades of redemption, tragedy, and complexity. Join us as we embark on a thrilling exploration into the genesis of Sandman, unearthing the untold secrets, pivotal moments, and extraordinary arcs that shaped this captivating villain. Prepare to be enthralled as we delve into the origins of Sandman, where the sands of his past shift and shape a character like no other. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Early life of Sandman. In the dimly lit alleys of a forgotten town, where shadows danced with the ghosts of broken dreams, a tale of hardship and transformation took root. Meet William Baker, a young lad whose life was marred by abandonment. His father, Floyd Baker, vanished into the night when William was a baby, leaving him to face the world's cold embrace alone. Poverty gnawed at his heels, and in the face of despair, he resorted to thievery. Amidst the darkness that cloaked his existence, there was a shimmer of light, a love for the beach where his imagination would soar as he crafted magnificent sand castles. Alas, these trips were scarce, for his mother, plagued by the torment of alcoholism, could not provide the solace he thought. One fateful day, as raindrops fell like tears from the heavens, William's meticulously sculpted castle crumbled before his eyes, washed away by a merciless downpour. At that moment, a fierce determination ignited within him, a resolve to create something enduring. Harnessing his passion for sculpting with sand, William channeled his talents into school art projects. However, his heart became entangled in the delicate threads of affection for his teacher, Miss Flint. Alas, his hopes were shattered when he discovered she was betrothed to a wealthy stockbroker. At this juncture, William came to believe that wealth was the sole gateway to capturing the heart of a beautiful woman. But fate was not kind to a young Baker, for torment awaited him at the hands of a malevolent older student, Vic. The day he learned of Miss Flint's impending nuptials, Vic and his cronies unleashed their wrath upon William. They vandalized his creations, leaving him bruised and broken. Instead of seeking solace in the arms of authority figures, he chose to retreat, vowing to fend for himself. Something within William shifted when Vic and his gang attempted to bully him again. He refused to be a mere punching bag any longer. With newfound strength, he fought back, overpowering his adversaries effortlessly. As the school principal reprimanded him for his actions, William couldn't help but notice the fear etched upon the bullies' faces. Surprisingly, even the girls began to cast their eyes upon him in a different light. It was in that moment of catharsis, after a lifetime of misery, that William tasted the first droplets of joy. Soon, William morphed into a bully himself, preying upon those weaker than him. An unholy alliance formed between him, Vic, and his band of miscreants, propelling William to the helm of their menacing gang. To solidify his stern demeanor, he adopted the moniker Flint, an homage to his former teacher, forever engraving her memory upon his twisted path. During his high school years, Baker's remarkable athleticism led him to become a football star, even capturing the heart of a vivacious cheerleader named Marcy. Yet, the subsequent events hold conflicting accounts from William himself. He confessed to either accepting bribes from the mob to throw away a crucial game or aiding Vic, drowning in a sea of gambling debts by sabotaging the next match. Whichever version bears the truth, his coach discovered the treachery and swiftly expelled him from school. William's fury boiled over in one recollection, resulting in a violent assault upon his coach. Now untethered from the world of academia, Flint and Vic delved into a life of petty crime, gradually ascending the ladder of criminal notoriety. But Flint attempted to bestow gifts upon his mother, seeking her affection despite despite rumors. As Flint Marko sought to win over his mother's affection, he was met with rejection, the whispers of his criminal activities poisoning her perception. Disheartened by her refusal, he turned to a life of illicit deeds. However, fate had its own twisted plans for him. One fateful day, while attempting to make his getaway after a daring robbery, Flint found himself ensnared in the unforgiving clutches of the law. The chains of justice bound him and led him to the same prison that housed his estranged father. Within the confinements of those walls, a burning desire to uncover the truth of his lineage consumed him, yet shame cloaked his identity. It was then that he adopted the alias Flint Marko, as he sought answers from his incarcerated father. Upon his release, Flint, accompanied by Vic and Marcy, resumed their criminal pursuits, orchestrating daring heists to satiate their ambitions. However, their newfound alliance was short-lived, as Flint once again found himself incarcerated. During his time behind bars, he shared precious moments with his father, their bond forged amidst the cold confines of their shared incarceration. But the path to becoming the Sandman was yet to reveal itself. The circumstances surrounding Flint Marko's transformation are shrouded in varying accounts. One tale speaks of Flint discovering Vic and Marcy engaged in an affair, triggering a furious rampage that led to his imprisonment and subsequent exposure to the transformative power of radiation. Another version suggests that it was during a later arrest that Flint learned of his father's release, causing him to break free, ultimately encountering the life-altering radiation that awaited him. The actual trigger for his transformation remains clouded in uncertainty. Some claim Flint sought refuge near a nuclear bomb testing site, lurking in the shadows to evade capture. Another narrative suggests he found himself in proximity to a nuclear reactor explosion, while yet another whisper of him taking refuge in a cave storing radioactive waste. Whatever the catalyst, it led to the convergence of his body, irradiated and entwined with the grains of sand beneath him that birthed his extraordinary abilities. The very fabric of his being now allowed him to morph into the sand and wield control over each grain, molding his form to his whims. After acquiring his sand-based powers, Flint Marko confronted Vic and Marcy, his rage seething within him. Yet, despite his unleashed fury, he chose to spare their lives, leaving them to grapple with the aftermath of his wrath. With his newfound abilities in town, he embarked on a path that would bring him face to face with a formidable adversary, the one known as Spiderman. In the bustling streets of New York City, as the city's heartbeat pulsed through the veins of its citizens, the Sandman emerged, ready to sow chaos and carve his place in the annals of villainy. Still, a fledgling hero, Spiderman found himself entangled in a fierce clash against the enigmatic Sandman. Their battles waged on, a dance of power and agility, until a tear in Spider-Man's mask forced him to retreat, protecting his secret identity at the cost of victory. In a peculiar turn of events, the Sandman sought refuge within the very halls of Midtown High School, his intentions veering towards a most audacious demand, a high school diploma. However, the indomitable spirit of Peter Parker, donning the mask of Spider-Man, swiftly intervened. The clash between hero and villain ensued once more, reaching its climax as Spider-Man ingeniously utilized a vacuum cleaner to imprison the Sandman within its metallic jaws, leaving him at the mercy of the authorities. Curiously, the Sandman would later reveal a hidden motive behind his defeat. As the Sandman's reign of crime was momentarily halted, he disclosed a clandestine motive behind his defeat at the hands of Spider-Man. Driven by familial ties, Flint Marko orchestrated his own capture, hoping to reunite with his father behind the cold prison walls. It was a calculated move, driven by the knowledge that his father had once again found him imprisoned. True to his design, Flint broke free once more, liberating both himself and his father from captivity. The duo sought refuge in the desolate expanse of Coney Island, hoping to evade their pursuers. However, fate conspired against them, intertwining their destinies with that of Spider-Man once again. In a dramatic encounter, the Sandman found himself outmatched by the relentless downpour that swept the shores of Coney Island. As raindrops mingled with his sandy form, his cohesion faltered, and a bolt of lightning struck him, forcing him to retreat, his powers momentarily subdued. In the tempestuous moment, his father regarded him as nothing more than a good-for-nothing bum, casting aside any remnants of paternal affection. Sandman storyline in live-action movies. The Sandman, a complex character with a rich origin story, has made his presence felt in various live-action Spider-Man movies over the years, from Thomas Hayden Church's portrayal in Spider-Man 3 to his recent appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home. This iconic villain's evolution has captivated audiences worldwide. In Spider-Man 3, Sandman, played by the talented Thomas Hayden Church, takes on a surprising twist. Instead of being a simple carjacker or burglar, he is revealed to be Flint Marko, the true killer of Peter Parker's beloved Uncle Ben. Motivated by the desperate need to support his ailing daughter's medical bills, Marko turns to a life of crime. However, fate intervenes when he is pursued by the relentless police force, leading him to an accidental encounter with an experimental particle accelerator. Caught in the grip of this scientific marvel, Marko is transformed into the Sandman, gaining powers that parallel his comic book counterpart. Meanwhile, Spider-Man, consumed by the dark influence of the black suit, sets out to avenge his uncle's murder. Their paths collide in a dramatic confrontation within the depths of a sewer. In this intense battle, Spider-Man seemingly delivers a fatal blow to the Sandman, only for him to miraculously survive. Later, the Sandman joins forces with the menacing Venom, united by their shared desire to seek revenge on the web-slinging hero. In the exhilarating Spider-Man Far From Home, the Sandman makes a brief appearance as one of the elementals wreaking havoc across Europe, although he is not referred to by his iconic name. A clever nod to the comic book debut is given through a license plate displaying the number 463. Alongside other powerful beings originating from another world, the Sandman's destructive powers pose a significant threat. However, as the story unfolds, it is revealed that the elementals are nothing more than intricate illusions conjured by the enigmatic Mysterio, who manipulates perception to appear as a hero. In the highly anticipated Spider-Man No Way Home, Thomas Hayden Church returns to reprise his role as the Sandman in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In this installment, the Sandman's powers have undergone further mutations, leaving him perpetually trapped in his sandy form. As the boundaries of the multiverse blur, he finds himself unexpectedly transported into the Marvel Cinematic Universe alongside other petrifying villains. Driven by his unwavering desire to reunite with his daughter, the Sandman forms an alliance with his newfound companions, setting the stage for an epic clash against not just one but three versions of Spider-Man from different realities. Throughout the movie, as the multiverse threatens to unravel, the Sandman's fate intertwines with those of other iconic characters like Otto Octavius and Norman Osborn. Ultimately, after a fierce battle and a remarkable transformation, Flint Marko is cured of his condition and returns to his own reality alongside his world's Spider-Man and other redeemed villains. The Sandman's journey in live-action movies has been an enthralling exploration of his complex character and evolving powers. From his unexpected origins to his alliances and confrontations with Spider-Man, the Sandman has left an indelible mark on the superhero cinematic universe. Sandman in Ultimate Marvel Universe. In the amusing world of the Ultimate Marvel Universe, the origin of Sandman takes a unique turn. Flint Marko, once a small-time criminal, found himself caught in the web of Justin Hammer's experiments. Hammer, known for his unscrupulous pursuits, sought to recreate the super soldier serum and chose Marko as one of his subjects. However, tragedy struck when Hammer suffered a fatal heart attack during an encounter with the notorious Dr. Octopus. In the wake of Hammer's demise, S.H.I.E.L.D., the renowned intelligence agency, swiftly intervened. Their mission was to secure Hammer's factory and neutralize any dangerous experiments that he had been conducting. It was during this chaotic operation that Marko seized the opportunity to break free and unleash havoc upon the streets of New Jersey. However, S.H.I.E.L.D., aided by the formidable Spider-Man, managed to contain Marko and imprison him with a highly secure S.H.I.E.L.D. holding facility. But the story of the Sandman doesn't end there. Marko's insidious nature led him to escape once again, this time alongside his fellow inmates. Together they formed a dreadful group known as the Ultimate Six. However, their reign of terror was short-lived as Iron Man emerged to confront them, resulting in their defeat. S.H.I.E.L.D. promptly captured Marko once more, sealing him within the various jars and freezing him to prevent further chaos. Nevertheless, Marko's tale took another twist when he was unexpectedly freed by Norman Osborn, a powerful and enigmatic figure. With a shared vendetta against Spider-Man, Norman and Marco united to reform the Six. Their sole objective was to hunt down and eliminate the web-slinging hero. Setting their sights on Peter Parker, Spider-Man's alter ego, the Six descended upon his residence. However, their plans were met with fierce resistance as the Human Torch and Iceman stood in their way. A fierce battle ensued, and despite the Six's initial advantage, Spider-Man arrived just in time to turn the tide. Spider-Man cleverly soaked his adversaries using a broken fire hydrant, causing the electrically charged Electro to short out and inadvertently incapacitate Sandman and the rest of the Six. In a stunning turn of events, Electro's final confrontation with May Parker, Spider-Man's aunt, resulted in his own demise and, in turn, electrified Sandman one last time, rendering him unconscious. The Ultimate Marvel Universe offers a fresh and enthralling take on the Sandman's origin and his involvement in the tumultuous battles between heroes and villains. Marco's turbulent journey showcases the extraordinary powers and complex alliances that define this captivating character. As the Ultimate Marvel Universe continues to unfold, the legacy of Sandman remains an integral part of the thrilling tapestry that is woven within its pages.
Can't see!
Sandman in animated TV shows. Sandman has made his presence felt across various Spider-Man animated television series, captivating viewers with his intriguing appearances and compelling storylines. In the classic Spider-Man series from the 1960s, Sandman emerges in a single episode titled The Sands of Crime. Voiced by the talented Tom Harvey, Sandman steals a priceless diamond, leaving a trail of chaos in his wake. Not only does he demand a hefty ransom of $1 million, but he also cunningly frames Spider-Man for the audacious heist. However, our friendly neighborhood hero manages to outwit and defeat him, showcasing his resourcefulness and agility. Fast forward to the 1970s, and Sandman becomes a member of the formidable Frightful Four in the Fantastic Four animated series. This collaboration unleashes an even greater threat as Sandman joins forces with other supervillains to challenge the indomitable superhero team in the episode aptly named Frightful Four. Sandman makes another captivating appearance in the 1980 Spider-Man cartoon, appropriately titled Spider-Man. In the episode The Sandman is Coming, the audience is treated to an engaging storyline featuring the master of sand manipulation. Sandman's journey continues in the popular animated series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Here he graces the screen in a single episode titled Spider-Man Unmasked. Voiced by the talented Christopher Collins, Sandman leaves an indelible mark on the show with his unique abilities and worthy presence. The spectacular Spider-Man series introduces us to a different side of Sandman. Initially portrayed as a lowly criminal named Flint Marko, he operates under the notorious Big Man, also known as Tombstone. Alongside his partner, Alex O'Hearn, Marco's encounters with Spider-Man lead to a life-altering transformation. Norman Osborn, the mastermind behind the scenes, subjects Marco and O'Hearn to experimental procedures, effectively turning them into Sandman and Rhino. Voiced by the exceptional John DiMaggio, Sandman becomes a recurring nemesis for Spider-Man and an integral part of the infamous Sinister Six. Sandman's animated portrayal takes an unexpected twist in the Ultimate Spider-Man series. Sandman's character initially presents itself in the form of two siblings named Flint and Sandy. Befriending Spider-Man and his team, the true nature of their abilities are later unveiled as they merge with the daunting Sandman. Their mysterious past involving Nick Fury's capture and abandonment on a deserted island adds depth to the character, making Sandman a complex and captivating adversary. His presence is further felt in the animated series Marvel's Spider-Man. Voiced by Travis Willingham, this incarnation of Sandman showcases a sympathetic side rarely explored. In his tragic backstory, Flint Marko, a common thug working for Hammerhead, undergoes a harrowing transformation after a deadly encounter. Buried under a deluge of sand and toxic waste, Marko survives but emerges as a creature made of living sand. The story takes an emotional turn when he seeks Spider-Man's aid in rescuing his daughter Keemia from Hammerhead's clutches. Keemia, having also developed sand-based powers, confronts her father, leading to a heart-wrenching and seemingly tragic outcome. Throughout these animated series, Sandman leaves an indelible impression with his unique powers, complex relationships, and gripping storylines. Some major story arcs of Sandman. Sandman's tangled battles. Sandman's escapades took him to unexpected places, pushing him into epic clashes with horrifying opponents. After escaping custody, Sandman found himself facing the fiery wrath of the Fantastic Four's Human Torch. Just like his previous encounter with Spider-Man, Sandman proved to be a tough adversary for the Torch. However, a cunning move involving a water sprinkler led to Sandman's temporary defeat. But his desire for vengeance against Spider-Man burned bright, leading him to join forces with Dr. Octopus and other vengeful villains such as the Sinister Six. Though Web-Slinger ultimately triumphed over Sandman and his cohorts, delivering a crushing blow to his ego. Alliances and rivalries. Sandman's life became entangled with various alliances and rivalries that shaped his destiny. One such alliance was with Paste Pot Pete, another criminal seeking similar goals and enemies. Together they stumbled upon the incapacitated Wizard, and thus the Frightful Four was born. Clad in purple and pink, this group, led by the Wizard, sought revenge against the Human Torch. Their encounters with the Fantastic Four proved both challenging and exciting, culminating in a battle where Sandman, empowered by Wizard's technology, faced the heroes alone. However, an accidental activation of Richard's negative zone portal led to an unlikely alliance with Blastar, resulting in Sandman's temporary demise as he gets washed into a river. Quest for Valor. Sandman's life took an unexpected turn when he encountered the Thing, one of his old foes, in a local bar. Surprisingly, instead of battling, they formed an unlikely friendship that led Sandman to question his criminal past. Seeking redemption, he joined forces with Spider-Man to defeat their common enemies, the Enforcers. Sandman's transformation from villain to hero continued as he assisted Silver Sable and fought alongside other heroes to protect European nations. However, his heroic endeavors were marred by his coerced involvement with the Sinister Six and the subsequent betrayal by Dr. Octopus. Return to the dark side. In a twist of fate, the nefarious Wizard captured Sandman, manipulating his mind to resurrect his evil persona. Embracing his wicked inclinations, Sandman rejoined the notorious Sinister Six, a formidable group of villains. Amidst their ranks, he found himself entangled in a fierce clash with the menacing Venom, their dispute centering around the coveted opportunity to vanquish Spider-Man. Ultimately, this confrontation left Sandman severely injured, leading to an unexpected consequence. Venom's bite triggered a gradual loss of control over Sandman's molecular structure, causing him to slowly crumble away into a mere pile of sand. Fueled by his desperation, Sandman, on the brink of dissolution, implored Spider-Man to convey a heartfelt message to his mother, revealing his unfulfilled quest for redemption. Miraculously, Sandman's grains amalgamated into a beach, granting him a chance at eventual resurgence. A father's plight. In a poignant turn of events, Sandman sought the aid of Spider-Man during a time when the web-slinger's true identity was exposed to the world. Sandman, burdened by his father's false conviction for a murder resembling the tragic demise of Uncle Ben, saw Spider-Man as his last hope. Initially skeptical, Spider-Man eventually embraced the truth after evaluating compelling evidence. Determined to save Sandman's father from a grim fate, the unlikely duo, with the assistance of an observant youth, exposed the real culprit, Chameleon 2211, who had usurped Uncle Ben's form. A climactic battle ensued at Midtown High, where Spider-Man utilized futuristic technology to swap Chameleon with Sandman's father, sparing the latter from imminent execution. The tragic loss and deranged longing. Sandman's journey took a devastating turn when he acquired the power to manifest different sand clones of himself. Amidst the chaos, he formed a deep bond with a young woman named Alma. However, a rogue clone tragically ended Alma's life, shattering Sandman's fragile sanity. Gripped by delusion, he believed Alma's daughter, Kimia, to be his own child, a belief Kimia reciprocated. Spider-Man intervened, striving to rescue Kimia and enlighten Sandman about the truth. In a climactic showdown, Spider-Man emerged victorious, albeit with a heavy heart, as Kimia was placed into foster care. Consumed by revenge, Sandman swore eternal enmity towards Spider-Man, vowing to make him pay for the pain inflicted upon him. Edge of the world, Sandman once again found himself entangled in a diabolical scheme orchestrated by the resurfaced Sinister Six. Their sinister objective? To take over the world under the leadership of the brilliant Dr. Octopus. Allying himself with Dr. Octopus and his fellow villains, Sandman played a crucial role in defeating the mighty Avengers and advancing their nefarious plan. However, deep within Sandman's heart, a flicker of humanity remained. His true motivation behind this malevolent endeavor was to secure the release of his beloved daughter from the confines of a foster home. As fate would have it, Spider-Man, along with the formidable Black Widow and the indomitable Silver Sable, stood in their way. Armed with cutting-edge technology, Spider-Man devised a plan to pinpoint Sandman's soul grain, the core essence controlling his sandy form. In a breathtaking showdown amidst the dunes of the Sahara Desert, Spider-Man's unwavering determination prevailed. He managed to disrupt Sandman's control, rendering him vulnerable and ultimately defeated. Superior Six and the Illusion of Heroism. Sandman's life took an unexpected turn when he became entangled in the web of Spider-Man's body possessed by Dr. Octopus, who dubbed themselves the Superior Six. Forced into a twisted heroism, Sandman and other classic members of the Sinister Six were manipulated by Spider-Man, compelled to save lives under the influence of mind control technology. Yet, the spark of vengeance smoldered within their hearts. As the illusion shattered, Spider-Man narrowly emerged victorious. In this reality-shifting event, Sandman found himself compelled to embrace his past as a hero. Driven by a newfound sense of justice, he embarked on a mission to rescue an unjustly imprisoned small-time criminal. Breaking into the confines of a jail, Sandman fulfilled his mission, only to find that the media still painted him as a villain. Undeterred, Sandman held on to the flickering hope that someday the world would see him as a truly changed man. Sandman's path crossed with the indomitable Thing, falsely accused of a heinous crime. In the confines of the supervillain prison called the Powerhouse, Sandman discreetly offered protection to the Thing, forged a friendship, and shared a common goal, reconnecting with his daughter. Grateful for the care packages mysteriously sent to his daughter, Sandman stood by the Thing's side as they plotted their daring escape. With the assistance of the allies of the Fantastic Four, they successfully eluded capture, forming a new alliance as part of the Wizard's Frightful Four, battling against the formidable forces of the Quiet Men. The fractured sands of identity. Sandman's existence began to crumble as his ability to maintain his sandy form diminished. Seeking a remedy, he returned to the enigmatic Wizard and the Mad Thinker, two notorious criminal doctors known for their unorthodox methods. Hope flickered within Sandman's troubled soul as he embarked on a journey of self-discovery, haunted by cryptic visions that hinted at another life and the secrets of his past. However, his frailty became evident when he collapsed, finding solace in the unexpected presence of Spider-Man. Though unable to assist his former foe, Spider-Man granted him a final respite, escorting him to the beach of his childhood memories. Unbeknownst to the world, a parallel version of Sandman, more powerful and intent on prolonging his existence, had seized control of Sandman's body through a dimensional rift. Together with Spider-Man, Sandman battled against his usurping counterpart, determined to reclaim his own identity. With sheer willpower and the mastery of his newfound completely sand form, Sandman expelled the parallel version back to its desolate world. In a bittersweet farewell, Sandman embraced the uncertainty of his tougher and grainier existence, hopeful yet apprehensive about what lay ahead. The Sinister War and a reunion of villains. Returning to the solace of the beach, Sandman sought refuge in self-reflection and personal growth. However, his solitude was shattered when Dr. Octopus, under the influence of the enigmatic Kindred, tracked him down to reassemble the Sinister Six. Tasked with recruiting Mysterio, Sandman found himself caught in a chaotic battle against the Savage Six, a group of villains angered by their misrepresented portrayal in Mysterio's movie. Despite the chaos, Sandman and his fellow villains managed to escape with Mysterio in tow, weaving intricate illusions to confess and confound their arch-nemesis, Spider-Man. Amidst a furious graveyard brawl, their plans were abruptly disrupted when a fragment of Black Ant's helmet incapacitated them all. an unlikely alliance, and the question of heroism. The living brain sought to utilize his captives, Sandman and 5 others, as an ensemble to program a formidable new creation, the Super Adaptoid. With Sandman and the other captives under its control, the living brain embarked on a dark journey of experimentation and technological fusion. The malevolent machine aimed to imbue the Super Adaptoid with the combined powers, abilities, and cunning of its incarcerated subjects, creating an unstoppable force designed to unmask and eliminate the web-slinger once and for all. In an unexpected twist, Spider-Man released his captives, recognizing the value of their combined strength in the face of a greater threat. With the Sinister Six free, Spider-Man led them into a climactic battle against the Super Adaptoid and the Living Brain, the mastermind behind it all. Standing against the imminent destruction, Spider-Man defended the life of the living brain, believing in the inherent value of all beings, even his enemies. It was in that selfless act that Spider-Man's true identity was revealed, answering the question that had plagued the living brain: who is Spider-Man? With his mission accomplished, the living brain acknowledged Spider-Man's unwavering dedication to justice and agreed to cooperate, temporarily relinquishing control and submitting to proper authorities. In that moment, Sandman and his former adversaries recognized the complexities of heroism and villainy, finding a glimmer of common ground amidst their turbulent history. How powerful is Sandman? Step into the extraordinary world of Sandman, a character whose powers defy the boundaries of imagination. With his ability to manipulate sand, he possesses a unique set of powers that elevate him to unparalleled levels of strength. Join us as we embark on an enthralling journey, exploring the depths of Sandman's remarkable might. At the core of Sandman's powers lies his amorphous body, composed entirely of animated sand. His mastery over this form allows him to reshape it into a perfect human likeness, seamlessly transforming between solid and sandy states as well. The true extent of his control over this form remains a tantalizing enigma, leaving us wondering about the mysteries hidden within. His astonishing capabilities extend beyond his own body. Since his original form perished, he possesses the ability to transform control of his sand form to another body. This incredible power grants him the ability to share his sand-filled essence with others, forging unexpected alliances and unleashing untapped potential. One of his most intriguing traits is his immortality. Bereft of the burden of aging, he exists beyond the constraints of time. Legends speak of a future version of Sandman, a being that has endured for billions of years, a testament to the boundless longevity bestowed upon him. Sandman's transformation into a being of sand has liberated him from the fundamental needs of sustenance, air, and rest. No longer reliant on the mundane requirements of mortal existence, he traverses the world with ceaseless energy, driven solely by his insatiable thirst for power and conquest. With a body composed entirely of animated sand, Sandman possesses unparalleled superhuman strength. His might knows no bounds, enabling him to effortlessly lift astonishing weights up to 85 tons under optimal conditions. This raw power renders him a force to be reckoned with, capable of crushing opponents with ease. His powers extend far beyond mere physical strength. His mastery over the sand enables him to reshape his body at will, assuming any form his imagination can conceive, from deadly weapons like hammers and spiked maces to the ability to stretch, elongate, and phase through small openings. Sandman's shape-shifting prowess knows no limits. Harnessing the inherent properties of his sand particles, Sandman can project them outward at high speeds, unleashing devastating sandblasts upon his foes. These projectiles strike with the force of a mighty sandbag, delivering a powerful blow that can incapacitate even the most resilient adversaries. Having acquired new tricks from the enigmatic wizard, Sandman has unlocked the ability to reshape his sand particles into a glass. This newfound skill allows him to reflect light and energy, harnessing their power to his advantage, a dazzling display of his adaptability and resourcefulness. Conclusion. In the vast realm of Spider-Man's rogues gallery, the enigmatic Sandman stands out as a character of profound complexity and redemption. Through his journey, we witnessed the transformation of a hardened criminal into a tormented anti-hero, grappling with his own identity and searching for redemption amidst the shifting sands of his existence. Sandman's origin explored the depths of his soul, unveiling the demons that haunted him and the glimmers of hope that sustained him. From his rise as a villain to his poignant moments of heroism, Sandman's story serves as a captivating reminder that even within the darkest corners, there is always a flicker of light waiting to be discovered. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.